Gears of War Reloaded brings back the original Gears of War, remastered from the ground up, with 4K resolution, 120 frames per second support, and cross-play across more platforms than ever. And now, even PlayStation 5 users can join the fight. With the multiplayer beta underway, it's time to rev up our chainsaws and get dirty. So whether you're new to the Gears of War franchise, or a longtime fan looking to shake off the rust, here are some helpful tips to improve your game in Gears of War Reloaded multiplayer. The roadie run is a vital mechanic in Gears of War. As unique and nostalgic as it is, it also comes with camera shake by default, which can be distracting and even cause motion sickness. In Gears of War Reloaded, you can turn the camera shake off by going to the settings, game, and then camera shake off. Gears of War is an intense shooter where every bullet counts, so it's smart to reload as tactically as possible. The last thing you want is to run out of ammo in the middle of a Gnasher shotgun battle. Your goal should be to always hit the perfect active reload target, as it helps you reload bullets even faster. To active reload, tap the right bumper on controller or the R key on PC to start the reload, then tap again when the meter hits the white line. Getting this mechanic down and balancing when you reload perfect active reload bullets can pull you ahead in a shootout. Tactical communications, or Tac-Com, aren't just useful in single player, they're a big help in multiplayer too. Press the left bumper on controller or left shift on PC to activate it. This shows you where your teammates are, where power weapons spawn, and if they're ready to be picked up. Tac-Com also gives you better visibility when smoke grenades are thrown, helping you make smarter, more strategic moves. Frag grenades are a key pickup, so if you've got the spot open and a clear path, try and grab them before your opponents do. Grenades can be tagged onto opponents for instant kills. If someone tags you, roll toward them and take them out with you. It's a noble sacrifice and incredibly satisfying. You've probably heard that wall bouncing separates the newbies from the pros in Gears of War. And while there's some truth in that, wall bouncing in Gears of War Reloaded is very different from other entries in the series. Because the original Gears of War has slower movement, it can feel clunky. This doesn't mean you can't wall bounce, but it takes practice and adjusting to the slower speed. To wall bounce, initiate a slide into a cover wall or object, and just before contact, push your left stick or slide key in the opposite direction, and then slide again, so that you stick to a wall for a split second and then bounce off of it in the opposite direction. The game also has very strict animation locks, so you have to let your character visually commit to sliding into cover before you can bounce off of it. Effectively, wall bouncing can be used to angle your aim when you shoot, as well as sliding through enemy blind sides to avoid getting shot. We also recommend turning up your sensitivity settings so that you have a quicker look, zoom, and target aim, as this will help you move a bit faster. Power weapons can shift the momentum of any match. Weapons like the boom shot, torque bow, and long shot are highly sought after, so be ready to fight for them or be forced to fight against them. At the start of each match, most players rush to power weapon spawns. If you can, work with your team to secure them. Offer cover fire for teammates trying to pick them up, and use smoke grenades for added protection. Communicate and mark enemies who grab power weapons, so that your team is aware and can respond. A good tactic is to swap to a different weapon if you have the power weapon equipped just before death, so the enemy team cannot steal it from your corpse. While the Lancer, pistol, and power weapons are great at range, Gears of War is built around close quarters combat. That's where the Gnasher shotgun shines, as it's the most reliable and most used weapon in multiplayer. Gears of War Reloaded uses the original Gears 1 Gnasher formula, meaning shots come from the center of the screen rather than the barrel. It can feel inconsistent when hip firing, so line up enemies in the center of your screen slightly to the right of the shotgun barrel. Hip firing and cover shooting are key, but don't forget to aim down sights when there's a bit of distance. You'll land more precise shots that way. Gears of War is packed with audio cues that let you know what's happening around you. Keep an ear out for grenades being thrown, enemy callouts and footsteps, and even grunts when enemies are injured and near death. Use these cues to make quick decisions, push forward to finish an opponent, or fall back to regroup, because your ears are just as important as your eyes. Being aware of enemy movement is crucial, and that includes knowing when spawns swap. The game will alert you with on-screen text and a sound cue. This is your warning to prepare for flank attacks or to plan a surprise of your own. Each player gets spawn protection, but it only lasts for a few seconds. If you're new to Gears of War and find yourself dying a lot, try slowing things down and playing more strategically. This isn't Call of Duty, and you won't always win just by shooting first. Gears is a cover-based shooter where positioning and teamwork matter more than raw speed. If kills are hard to come by, focus on being a strong teammate, mark enemies, communicate with your squad, and attack together. Coordinated pushes can overwhelm even experienced players. It's tempting to play fast when you see others rushing in, but remember, they may have been playing for years. Take your time, play smart, and most importantly, have fun. And those were just a few beginner's tips to get you started out right in Gears of War Reloaded multiplayer. Thanks for watching, and for more on the